I'm glad to get the opportunity to talk on this topic here this evening. And Minister, I suppose this large carryover once again demonstrates the delays by government to undertake the much needed required infrastructure that the country needs, including public housing. We know that delays and interruptions to capital projects as a consequence of the country dealing with COVID-19 were responsible for a significant increase in capital carryover compared with the previous year. However, the pandemic and the war indeed cannot be blamed for the large carryover this year. The Minister has given no credible reason for the large carryover, and clearly this is a situation that cannot continue indefinitely. We know that approximately 2.2 billion of funding, which was announced by government ministers to much fanfare, went unspent in 2021 across a number of areas, including health, and we all know the problems, especially that we have in Kerry with Tralee General and the lack of GPs, and then transport. The total figure for last year includes capital funding to the tune of 820 million, which was rolled over to 2022. So, therefore, the concern that significant amounts of allocated monies are not being spent means that the deadline is missed, and many project targets will be missed as a result. It is especially concerning to me that the underspend in housing, transport and health infrastructure that according to 2021 is now again occurring in 2022. Instead, these funds should have been used on projects that were ready to go. I suppose we have to talk, Minister, about the overpowering cost of electricity and what people are saying to us out there on the doorstep. You're talking there about giving back people grants or whatever, or lump sums or whatever, but the question that's being asked of me is, why isn't the energy regulator controlling the cost of electricity when the electricity companies are day after day announcing that they're tripling and quadrupling their profits, and they're seeking to increase the charges again in the new year? Minister, I'm appealing to you to do something about this and stop it. Do we have an industry regulator, or do we have a minister that's in charge of that? It doesn't seem to me that there is. And I have mentioned this to you before, Minister, in relation to local improvement schemes in Kerry. We have 660 schemes remaining on the list starting out in 2022 or 2023. I mean, at the rate we're going about 20 roads a year, Minister, it will take us 38 more years to get through that list. And many of the people, in fact, the very most of them will be dead if it will take that long. I'll be long gone, Minister. You won't, you're a young man. But I mean, those kind of, them projects are listed, they're ready to go, they're sanctioned, they're approved, all we need is money. Surely if there's money, that can't be spent this year, that money, there should be no problem with it. Kerry County Council can do the work, and if they can't, they'll get contractors or whatever, but they never fail to do it. Back in 2004 or 5, they did 111 roads each year, 1 year after the other. And someone that was up here representing Kerry at that time, he was able to secure that funding and ensured what was left over in other bank accounts or whatever, in other quarters. He got it directed down to Kerry, and it's possible to do it now, Minister. And look, we have so many sewerage schemes that are there waiting to be done and to be carried out. And there's a lot of talk here these days about the environment, and it may not be, nice to be talking about sewerage or whatever, but 'tis a problem, and 'tis affecting the environment, and 'tis stopping building. So I'm asking you to look at those things and ensure that there's no need to let money go back, Minister. And look, in the couple of seconds I've left, I know that you'll take you over at the end of the week as Minister for Finance, and I wish you well in that role. And I look forward to ask you for things for Kerry into the future. And as you're a Cockman, I'm sure you'll look favourably on us. At least that's what I'd be hoping, Minister, that you'll do your best for Kerry. But these are very sensible requests. And when I talk about the 660 roads, I mean, 'tis ridiculous, Minister. We must get make some big dint on these next year.
Thank you, Deputy.
Thank you very much, Chairman.
Deputy.